Get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Indeed, wake up morning to you all. Welcome to Friday the 10th of April 2026. I'm Pearson Bowen, always looking forward to meeting with you, and I'm hoping you feel the very same too, to meet with us every weekday morning from 6 in the morning until 8 o'clock. The best way to spend your first 2 hours of your waking day. So to all of you, welcome indeed. Unfortunately, we cannot stream today to our YouTube or Facebook page, but however, we are streaming on our website, cbc.bb. So spread the word. Those who engage in our chats generally, let them know that the stream is being seen on our website, cbc.bb. Let them watch from wherever they are across the globe, and we're excited to have you here. So welcome one and all. We've come to the end of a week, but we've also come to the end of a period known, well, what I call Easter. And so we had our athletes all over the place. We had some in Grenada, we had some in Martinique. We've welcomed home those who were representing Barbados in the track and field in Grenada. And boy, oh boy, yesterday we returned, they came back from Martinique, our swimmers, and they have done phenomenally well as well, bringing home the greatest haul of medals. They had the most gold medals achieved in the competition, and there they are now on their arrival at the Grantley Adams International Airport yesterday. To many of you who turned out to give the support that we've asked you to do, to make them feel the stars that they truly are, representing Barbados massively in the pools and coming home with a big haul of great medals indeed. So congratulations to the Barbados swim team and all who assisted them in achieving what they've done. Tomorrow is going to be a significant day for all who represented in the Carifta Games, whether in track and field or in swimming. There's going to be a motorcade. That motorcade will start in town. It'll actually pass the CBC on its way to the gymnasium tomorrow. So pick your vantage point, but most of all, continue showing your support of our athletes. Indeed, they have done so well, and then they'll land at the gymnasium, and then they'll have a big, massive celebration there as well. So there's a lot to feel good about this weekend, and so I'm hoping that you really get out to be a part of it and to celebrate the brilliance of our young people who represented us so beautifully. We saw them pull from deep within in spite of everything else, and they really came out supreme. And so congratulations to everyone involved in the preparation of our athletes indeed. So well done. You've made this little old boy very proud of all of you indeed. Coming up today, we'll be having our conversations on CARICOM. Nope, it's not Tuesday. It's Friday. But our conversations on CARICOM today, because we have a lot to talk about as it relates to CARICOM affairs. And so Ambassador David Kamishong is here. We'll be delving into our conversations in just a little while. This Sunday, the Universal Church of God, the Universal Church of the Kingdom of God, they're inviting you to come see. But come see what? And come know what? And come to walk away with what? They'll tell us about why we should all come see this coming Sunday. Lessons from our elders, Lee's The Granny Tales, the author of the book Granny Tales, Lessons from the Elders, will join us, and we want to hear from her the lessons she's learned as well, and what experiences she's had since implementing those lessons as well. St. Joseph Rising drives the rebranding of the Independence Committee there, and so we want to hear from them what that rebrand will look like and the many activities to engage the people of St. Joseph. They'll come and tell us a little bit more about that as well. And Answer Motors, they're also inviting you to come see what they have in store. We have 2 lovely vehicles in this studio with me. And so before the show is done, I'm taking you inside, and you get all the details as to why you should be sitting in the seat of either one of these, and many of the brands available at Answer Motors. So there's a lot to look forward to today, Friday. But remember, spread the word. We're streaming live on our website, cbc.bb, cbc.bb. I'm now being told that the YouTube stream is up. That's great. So, yep, on YouTube as well. So spread the word. Spread the word. We can be seen on YouTube and also on our website, cbc.bb. So to all of you, welcome. Welcome one and all. Share your comments. We can't wait to hear from you. We'll take a break right here, and when we come back, we're jumping right into our conversations on CARICOM.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
In our conversations on CARICOM this morning, we're meeting with Barbados Ambassador to CARICOM, His Excellency David Commissiong, because he's back from many visits and many engagements, and we want to hear ahead of another engagement what's going on and what we can expect indeed. Ambassador, good morning to you.
Morning, Pearson.
Let's talk a little bit about where you've been recently.
Yes, well, since I've been on Morning Barbados, I've been to Grenada, where I presented my letters of credence to the Governor General of Grenada to be appointed Barbados's non-resident High Commissioner to Grenada. And that's very important, especially at this time when there seem to be some forces intent on perhaps presenting CARICOM not in the best light. Barbados continues to show confidence in CARICOM and to take CARICOM very seriously. So the fact that I was sent to Grenada to be formally installed as Barbados' High Commissioner to Grenada, that's a vote of confidence in our relationships in the Caribbean. And it signals how seriously we take these intra-CARICOM relationships. And then this week I was off to Suriname for a very solemn occasion. I represented Barbados at the state funeral of the former president of Suriname, President Chan Santoki. And on Sunday, I'm off to Geneva, the UN in Geneva, to represent Barbados at the 5th session of the United Nations Permanent Forum on people of African descent. So, as a result of all those travels, I've missed my Tuesday segment on Morning Barbados for a few weeks now, and we didn't, and I'm going to be missing next week. So, I thought it appropriate that we do something this morning.
Let's talk about the Grenada trip now, because yes, you did meet with the Governor General of Grenada, indeed, and Grenada. And so, what happened? What kinds of conversations, what kinds of engagements did you initiate or were met with in Grenada?
Yes, Dame Cecile Le Grenade, and it was such a pleasure meeting her. In fact, I said to her, Madame, I see you are a great Grenadian patriot, because she, in addition to being Governor General, she played a very important role in her family business in Grenada. She's an expert in agriculture. And in fact, I brought back some of her, her family business. They do the agro-processing, particularly with the spices, the nutmeg. And I think this was her gift. Yes, this was her gift to me.
Wow.
And all of the products made from nutmeg jelly, nutmeg syrup, etc. And of course, the famous Grenada nutmegs, the spice island,
Yes.
and some of their cocoa balls. So it was such a pleasure speaking to her, and speaking to her particularly about the Grenada Revolution. You know, we were able to reflect on that, and you know, my family has a connection to Grenada. My father was actually born in Grenada, so we were able to speak about, you know, family connections and so forth. So really, a beautiful experience engaging with her.
It really is a lovely island indeed, and so much can come from Grenada apart from just the agro-processing and everything else. And also, I'm sure you had an opportunity to meet with Dickon Mitchell, the Prime Minister.
Oh yes, well, you know, the visit was a one-day visit.
You did so much.
But we were able to pack 7 different engagements into that one-day visit. And the only reason we were able to get 7 engagements in was that I had a police outrider who I have never seen such a skilled police outrider on his motorcycle getting us through the traffic, you know. Hence, we were able to do 7 engagements in one day. Yes, of course, Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Joseph Andel, the Minister of Education, David Andrew. I paid a courtesy call on the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps. That's Venezuela's ambassador to Grenada, His Excellency Jorge Guerrero Veloz. And a visit that I really enjoyed, a visit to the T.A. Marichaud Community College, where I was able to engage with the students. We were able to talk about CARICOM and our full free movement regime. So it was a very satisfying visit, you know, with the foreign minister. I was able to discuss with him some of the challenges Grenada is now facing with U.S. challenges to Grenada in relation to hosting a radar, the Cuban Medical Corporation, this business about requesting CARICOM countries to take third country refugees from the United States, you know. So we were able to discuss some of those issues, of course, to raise the issue of the full free movement regime, because I think I can speak for all 4 of the pioneering countries. We would greatly welcome Grenada joining us in the full free movement. And I had a very positive engagement with Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell as well. You know, they are doing their version of We Gathering. Yeah, in June, and in fact, I hope to be there because I have a Grenada connection as well. So we spoke about the possibility of me coming back to Grenada in June to be part of that Grenadian We Gathering, and yes, and of course, you know, just how the 2 countries can collaborate more with each other, how we can share our strengths with each other. And there's so many things, there's so many areas in which Grenada and Barbados are marching forward kind of in tandem. I mean, we are going to be hosting the African Export-Import Bank, the Pan-African Trade Center here in Barbados. And you would recall that when we had the groundbreaking ceremony last year, the only other CARICOM head of state with us was Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, because they too are investing in that relationship with Africa and with the Afri-Exim Bank. In fact, they hosted the forum, the Trade and Investment Forum, the ACTIV, last year. We are forging ahead with this massive expansion to our Queen Elizabeth Hospital at the same time that Grenada is commencing upon the building, the constructing of a new state-of-the-art hospital. You know, so there are many areas in which we can collaborate. I had a wonderful engagement with the Minister of Education because, like us, they're doing curriculum reform. We looked at the different areas in which we could share strengths. They have a big strength in boat building, and I know that there's an interest
Here.
at our community college in boat building. We are constructing our new Food and Agriculture Institute in St. Lucie, and UWI is doing their agricultural research park. So again, they're interested in, we're both interested in education in agriculture and agro-processing. They're interested in technical and vocational training. Of course, we have our Samuel Jackman Institute of Technology. So you can see the many areas in which we can collaborate. You know?
Indeed. I'm curious to know the responses by the students at the T.A. Marishaw Community College in discussions about the free movement. What were some of the responses that came?
No, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. In fact, the deputy principal said, after hearing me speak, he said he had never heard anybody describe the Caribbean integration movement with that kind of passion, you know. But of course, we presented copies of the new book that we have done, Coffee Moves Freely.
Yes.
This is the book that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Barbados has produced, this pictorial novel telling the story of this Barbadian schoolboy called Kofi, who is participating in the full free movement regime. And I, as usual, I always like to leave a little piece of me with the folk that I visit. So I presented several copies. I've done several publications,
Yes.
maybe about 15. So I left copies with them. And no, we had a wonderful engagement with the students. We were able to reflect on the T.A. Marishaw, the connection between T.A. Marishaw, the great Grenadian newspaper publisher, champion of integration, and our own Colonel Wickham, who after his Herald newspaper was devastated in Barbados, put into bankruptcy, he was able to go to Grenada. He was able to work with Marishaw, and so we were able to. And my own father, that was his first job. He worked with Wickham in the West Indian newspaper in Grenada. You know, so we were able to share all of that history and what it means for Caribbean integration, and I was able to share my own vision that this free movement regime is really about the young people. It's really about creating a future for them and creating a Caribbean that is as welcoming and as rewarding, you know, and offers tremendous opportunities for our youth. So it went very well, Pearson.
That's Grenada. But there's another trip coming up to the UN Permanent Forum. What can we expect and what is the level of engagement? We'll tell you about right after this break as we continue our conversations on CARICOM.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're having today's conversations on CARICOM with Ambassador David Commichon, Barbados Ambassador to CARICOM, who's preparing to attend a meeting of the UN Permanent Forum. Ambassador, the question always is, what is the Permanent Forum and what is it designed to do?
Well, the Permanent Forum is one of the newest United Nations entities. It's the United Nations Permanent Forum on People of African Descent. And it really has its roots in the 2001 United Nations World Conference Against Racism and all of the measures that emerged out of that. And it is this 10-person entity, 10 representatives representing the international community. CARICOM, we have 2 representatives on the Permanent Forum, and their job really is to look at the condition of people of African descent worldwide. What are our issues? To advise specifically the UN Human Rights Council, but also other United Nations bodies, basically to put forward an agenda of protection, of development, of facilitation for people of African descent, and to get the different UN agencies to buy into that agenda and to further the agenda. So every year in April, there's a session of the forum where representatives of governments as well as relevant civil society bodies, we all gather at UN headquarters to have these discussions to help the Permanent Forum to better flesh out their program and the recommendations that they will be making to all the different United Nations bodies. So the sessions alternate between UN in New York and UN in Geneva. So this year is Geneva, and I'll be heading to Geneva. So there are several sub themes. One theme is really getting right to the crux of it. Assess the UN Permanent Forum after 5 years, in its 5th year, and guide it as to where it needs to go next. There's another sub-theme dealing with reparations, reparatory justice, and of course CARICOM has a big interest in that. There's a sub-theme dealing with youth of African descent, their own challenges, and looking at their issues. There's a sub-theme that is dealing with the World Conference Against Racism, the Durban Declaration Program of Action going back to 2001. This is this year is the 25th anniversary of that very important conference. So there's going to be a discussion on Durban and what has come out of Durban, and how should we be going forward with the Durban Program of Action 25 years later. So Barbados is always keen to be there, to show our solidarity and support with the work of the UN Permanent Forum. We take great pride in this entity because Barbados, as you might know, played a very big role in that United Nations World Conference. So all of these developments that have come out of that conference, the Decade for People of African Descent, the working group of people of African descent, we take great interest in all of these developments because we played a big role in actually putting all of this in train. And I was actually on the CARICOM committee that selected the 2 CARICOM candidates to vie for seats on the Permanent Forum. That's Dr. June Suma and Ms. Gaynell Curry, and they were successful. And not only were they successful, but they have been reappointed. So they are now both in their 2nd term. So their performance was of such a quality that they had the confidence. People had the confidence to appoint them. And June ascended to the chairmanship of the forum, and now Gaynell Curry, she will be ascending to the chairmanship at this session in Geneva. So we are very proud of these 2 trailblazers and representatives of CARICOM. So that makes it even more incumbent on us to be there to give them that support.
Again, it shows the strength of CARICOM. Again, it shows the body of people within CARICOM who can contribute significantly to changing lives for people of our color or extraction across the world. And so, with all those discussions going on, oftentimes we tend to think people attend fora and they think it's just a talk shop, but it's actually a working experience that's going to be happening there.
Yes, well, I am particularly. I will be taking a message on behalf of the government and people of Barbados. And one of the issues I'm going to stress is that the permanent forum, we have to play a role now in helping to preserve that multilateral system, that system of international law, because this is extremely important to nations and populations of African descent. I mean, we all came out of colonialism. Yeah. We all came out of that past era of might makes right, of imperialism and colonial domination. And we got our independence and we found our way. We gained rights and respect and access to development because of that multilateral system, that system of international law. So now that system is under so much threat, and you are hearing countries and governments speaking about, the system is under threat, we all need now to huddle together in our own little enclave. Mm-hmm. And that is very dangerous for small nations and nations, black and brown nations, that still do need the protection of an overall international system of law and multilateral cooperation. So I'm going to be taking the message that we must have the vision to see that we must, yes, of course we need to work together more, but that must not be at the expense of failing to recognize the value of keeping an overarching system in place. But we also have to look at, we keep it in place, but the reforms that are required, because there are reforms that are required to do more justice to black and brown nations and populations. And Barbados has proven that it can be done. Barbados has proven that if we push these institutions, these international institutions that were set up, and perhaps they weren't thinking enough about us when they were set up, because they were set up, many of them, when we were still colonies. Yep. But we have proven that, for example, with the debt swap, how we were able to convert hundreds of millions of dollars of our debt into capital for development, for building a sewage plant, and for preserving our marine environment. We have proven that with the right will and the willingness to think outside the box and to be focused on actually solving the real problems of African and Caribbean countries and populations, that it can be done. Yeah. So I want to take that message that this must be one of our priorities, because if we can keep that macro system in place as a kind of protection for us, then it gives us the space, to actually work together and to lift up our own people and to, do our own development work. But it is important that we do have that rules-based order, and that we do have that institutional framework that is there to give us protection and support and to facilitate our development. So things like the Bridgetown Initiative, Barbados's the Bridgetown Initiative, again, I will be emphasizing that it is important that the Forum and African and all black countries support these kinds of initiatives, because ultimately they redound to the benefit of people of African descent, So yes, and of course we reparations, we just had this recent development with the Ghana resolution being passed at the UN, and we have seen the reaction of many of the European countries. So again, we have to use this opportunity to explain our reparations campaign, and obviously a lot of public education, international public education, needs to be done. And the UN agencies, we need to emphasize that the UN agencies need to play a big role in helping to do this international public education about reparations. And those who seem to be intent on crafting misrepresentations of the reparations movement and campaign, we have to counteract them, and we have to counteract them with proper international public education.
There's a lot happening indeed. And so, Ambassador, I want to thank you, as always, for representing strongly the voice of Barbados. That's not the station I'm talking about, but voice of Barbados indeed, across many fora. And I'm looking forward again to your report following this visit to the UN Permanent Forum as well. And so as we continue as a community known as CARICOM, we have to continue paying attention to the goings on in CARICOM. But most of all, I think CARICOM needs us to not just buy in, but to fully understand and support a lot of what the initiatives are. And so to know is to empower. So get to know, and that's why we have our conversations on CARICOM, so that we feel far more emboldened and far more powerful to be able to advocate on behalf of CARICOM. Ambassador, thank you.
My pleasure, Pearson. Looking forward to when I come back and giving you a full report on what transpires in Geneva next week.
As I am. And that's our conversations on CARICOM. Morning Barbados comes back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 27 to 7, and as we shared with you yesterday, coming up next week, Tuesday, the 14th of April, we will be launching the Season of Emancipation. That's Tuesday, the 14th of April, at the Golden Grove Plantation. It's a very, very idyllic location indeed. And while there, our feature presenter is Dr. Coleman Bazelon, and he is quite a global expert as it relates to intellectual property management and the like. And so he will be speaking on the topic reparations owed to Barbados. He joins us ahead of that presentation now. Dr. Bazelon, good morning.
Good morning. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. Based upon how your experience and your then contracting by the government of Barbados, what can we expect coming out of your report you'll give on Tuesday?
Well, on Tuesday, we'll be presenting the results of the research that we've done on the harm from slavery to Barbadians from the entire period from 1627 to 1838, including the period of apprenticeship. I can't reveal the results yet, but what we'll tell you on Tuesday is the end result of the research that has looked at the population of enslaved Barbadians and the harm, many of the harms that were done to them, and the amount that represents in today's dollars.
Let's look at the methodology you used in your research. How did you go about that research to gather the data that you'll share?
Well, of course, the first thing we have to do is to understand how many people were affected. So looking at various censuses of enslaved Barbadians over the years, we know, for example, in around 1655, there was maybe 20,000 people enslaved, but that number grew to more than 80,000 by the end of the period of enslavement. We have to understand how that population grew and the number of people over time. And we know from our research and from other research that more than 700,000 people ultimately were enslaved in Barbados. So that's the starting point. We then need to estimate how much of their time, how much of their life and labor was stolen. So we look at how long they worked as enslaved people, and then also how much their life had been shortened. And a way of valuing that we apply of valuing the stolen part of somebody's life is to estimate the wages they could have earned had they been alive. So putting the two together, you have the stolen labor and the stolen life, and we value that with wages that we estimate they would have earned had they been free. And then we have to take that number and bring it to the current day because it was hundreds of years ago.
So there are a number of assumptions that would have been built into the research as well. And so how does that help you, therefore, arrive at the data and the final data or the final quantum that you would want to attach to reparations?
Well, there are a number of assumptions, and part of the task of doing this research is to be able to report on not just what we did, but how we did it, and as transparently as possible, so that others will be able to evaluate the quality of the work. But as an example, in trying to understand how many people were enslaved and in what years, as I noted, we had a couple of benchmarks of when censuses were taken of the enslaved population. But we also have information on arrivals of enslaved Africans from the Middle Passage. So we know the number of people that came from Africa. We know we have an estimate of how long they lived. We have estimates of birth rates of Barbadians, enslaved Barbadians. There we have estimates of inter-island transfers of people who came not from Africa, but maybe landed elsewhere and then came to Barbados. Taking all of those and sort of calibrating a model that reproduces the known populations at the time is one way to tease out this information. And the advantage of doing this is you really learn something along the way. So, for example, in the latter part of the period of enslavement, the number of Africans arriving in Barbados decreased dramatically, yet the population of enslaved Barbadians continued to be very, very high. And for this to be true, it must have been that the birth rate had increased over that time period. And so by modeling this carefully, we can tease out things like an increase in the birth rate that must have happened during that time period.
Access to data, the information from which you had to work, manifests, birth certificates and registry and the like. How challenging or easy was that for you so that you can extrapolate the information that you will share on Tuesday?
Well, some of it was very easy. As we often say, our research stands on the shoulders of people who have done the research before us. There is a very comprehensive database available publicly of slave voyages, where researchers have gone through all the historical records and compiled in sort of easy to use and in one place documentation about each voyage, the number of people on it, and importantly, the number of people who didn't survive the voyage. We in our estimates, we account for the number of people who lost their lives on their way to Barbados from Africa. That information is fairly straightforward, but things such as life expectancy of an enslaved person in Barbados, again, there's historical evidence, including work done on the plantations in Barbados, estimates from graveyards and so forth of how long people lived, as well as our modeling efforts. We know that an enslaved Barbadian on average lived age 26 to maybe 30. It sort of varied in there. And again, by calibrating, by knowing what the population was at certain points in time, we can narrow in on what the expected life was of an enslaved person in Barbados. But more challenging would be what is the lifespan of a free person in Barbados? How long would somebody have lived had they not been enslaved? And there's really very little. There was very little evidence to go on in Barbados, and ultimately, we took the approach that they would have lived as long as a British person would have lived. That is, somebody under the same governmental system but without enslavement.
Your report covers a period that ends at emancipation. Am I right?
Yes, we include the additional 4 years of apprenticeship as part of our time period of study, so to 1838.
Do you know of other studies similar to the one that you've conducted that have been done before, and how does this compare, if anything?
Well, I was involved in a prior study that is referred to as the Brattle Report that was a more comprehensive study of all of the harms from all of transatlantic chattel slavery that was done for the American Society of International Law a couple of years ago. Many of the researchers that were involved in that report are involved in this report as well. And the estimates in this report, I would say, are roughly consistent with what we found for Barbados in that report, although because we have done a much deeper dive and spent much more time and effort on the specifics of Barbados, the estimates are a bit refined. But I think generally in line with those estimates.
From your experience, how important is it for nations to do these kinds of analyses so you have a greater understanding of the impact of the transatlantic slave trade?
I think it's essential. Any effort at reparations or restorative justice has to start with understanding the harms that happened in the first place. And from my own experience working on this, I really am shocked by how deep the harms were and how significant they were. In the report we did for transatlantic chattel slavery across the entire Americas, we found that there was something on the order of 800 million years of labor and life taken. And that's just an astounding number. And I think when you recognize the depth of the harm that was done, it puts in context the fact that there's significant, the reparations owed are really quite significant. There's a lot of harm that took place. It's going to take a lot of effort to undo that harm.
As a researcher, sometimes one has to separate one's feelings from the data that one engages with. How were you moved, however, by what you discovered? As my colleagues that work with me will attest, quite regularly, I just stop in the middle of a sentence when talking about research. For example, we estimate harms from sexual violence and rape of the enslaved. And in trying to think through those problems and discuss them with researchers about how to calibrate our model, I just often in the middle of a sentence will stop and just say, what have we gotten ourselves into? It is just heartbreaking, the work. But on the other hand, it really is important to take an objective eye to it and get a clear, transparent estimate of the harms done as a starting point for then going on to discuss what to do about them. And in discussing what to do about them, let's talk about that for a second, because oftentimes we have reports, we lay them on the shelves, and that's the end of it, we have it. But we want this to be a living document going forward. What would you expect that the government of Barbados should do with the information that we can glean from the report that you're making?
Well, of course, it'll be up to the government to decide what to do with it, and I wouldn't be so bold as to advise them on how they should proceed. But at a high level, the point of this is to enter into negotiations with the United Kingdom about what reparations and restorative justice would look like. It is an important principle of restorative justice that it is a negotiation between the party that does the harm and the party that is harmed. and that the party is harmed must agree to and endorse whatever the solution. Barbadians are the ones who have the right to say what restorative justice looks like and what should be done to right these wrongs. In those negotiations and discussions, the research that we've done here should be an important part to recognize that a significant amount of harm has been done, and that any sort of program of payments or any other way that the Barbadian government would like to see reparations come back to them is really going to be likely at the end of the day going to be a small part of the total harm done, or to put it another way, it will take a long time to undo the harm that took centuries to be created.
It's a significant milestone indeed. And so on Tuesday at Golden Grove Plantation, this is the report you're sharing. Of course, we'll have a response to it by Professor Sir Hilary Beckles of the University of the West Indies. And then we can have an open discussion about what we see that reparations looking like. And so, but you're advocating that there should be discussion in terms of government to people, to government Barbados to the UK, so that you can have a sense of what it is that we can accept together.
Yes, of course, we've heard from the British government and people. As you've noted, the responses are often very tepid and very real reluctance to go beyond admitting that there was something bad that happened in the past, but not really willing to wrap their heads around how bad the harm was. And I think that discussion has to start with the truth about what had happened and the amount of harm done. Only then can those discussions proceed to what the appropriate level of repair would be.
Absolutely. And so, Dr. Bazelon, I really want to thank you. We're looking forward to your presentation on Tuesday coming. When do you arrive in Barbados?
I'll be there Monday afternoon, and I'm very much looking forward to joining you in person.
You're coming to paradise. I caution you. You're coming to paradise. So it's going to be beyond belief. And I'm hoping that you do have a wonderful experience while you're here as well. Barbados is warm and welcoming. And I'm sure we're excited to hear, and sure the people who are showing up for your presentation will be happy to engage with you as well. And I hope you do have the time to engage with them as well. But while it's work, have some time to go and enjoy our beaches, our foods, our culture, our everything known as Barbados indeed. And so we're looking forward to welcoming you.
Thank you. Very much looking forward to coming.
You're very welcome. Dr. Coleman Bazelon, who is an expert in intellectual property management, and so he'll be joining us on Tuesday at the launch of the Season of Emancipation at the Golden Grove Plantation. That launch begins at 6:30 thereabouts. There it is on your screen. The launch happens at 6:30 at Golden Grove Plantation in St. Philip, featuring reparations owed to Barbados and the featured presenters. And so we're inviting all of you Barbadians to come out. To know is to know, but to know is to empower. And knowledge holds us therefore accountable. And so now we get some imperative data that helps us to understand what reparations could possibly look like, and it's left then to the authorities to see and to do what they want with the information gleaned. And so I'm encouraging you to be a part of it, because it's your agitation that helps us to reach the conclusion that we really want to this matter. And so I want you all to be there. Golden Grove Plantation in St. Philip, Tuesday for 6:30. Get there early, hold your spot, and come prepared with their questions of engagement as well, because Sir Hilary and Dr. Coleman Bazelon will be happy to engage with you in your thoughts, your thinking as well. So we're looking forward to this indeed. Morning Barbados breaks here. We're coming back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 9 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock. Come see this Sunday by the Universal Church of the Kingdom of God. And you're asking yourself, but who are they? We get to know who they are and more about why we should come see on Sunday, as I'm joined by Pastor Samuel Jesus, who is a senior pastor of the Universal Church. And with him is Kurt Jean-Baptiste, who is the coordinator of the event Come See. And so, gentlemen, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Person.
Pastor Samuel, I'll start with you. Give us some background to the church, the Universal Church of the Kingdom of God.
Well, first of all, when we came here to Barbados, we came with one mission, not to be just one more church that is open, but to help the community, to help people who are suffering. And one of the things that we could find out that people are suffering here, and it's the most, I guess that could be one of the major problems, is anger issues. I do believe that many people know a family member, a friend, somebody who have anger issues, who have addiction, who have a broken family, and what they are looking for, peace. They are looking for God to see a better way to change their lives. And the mission of this church, the Universal Church here in Barbados, it have the doors open 7 days a week. We're having services in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening time, with one purpose, to help people who are suffering, who are in need of help. And this is the target of the church, to go after those who are needed. And because of that, we have programs like UBB, that is called Universal Beyond Bars. We go to the prison to help them. We have the Night Angel group that we have in our church, that is to go after those less fortunate, those who don't have a condition, those who are in need of food, in need of help, and we come with this work. And my colleague here, Kurt, he have a mission to help the youth, those that we don't want to see the young generation lost. We are seeing many problems now, and this is the main target of the Universal Church.
When we were created by God, He understood family.
Yeah.
There was Adam, Eve, and their little boys. And then it expanded thereafter. Because the family unit is central to how a community exists. And you're saying you're seeing anger issues, you're seeing broken relationships person to person and so forth. And the church, its mission is to be able to mend that, or at least to be a space where people can come feel loved and appreciated. And you're located on Baxter's Road, I believe, right?
Baxter's Road now, correct. We are next door to Jordan Supermarket. Right. And the event that we are going to have this coming Sunday now is just like you mentioned in the beginning, come and see. Why come and see event? Because most of the time people think, can something good come from that church? Or can something good come from that person? Well, come and see. So you have to see what God is able to do in the life of someone who believes. And there are people who lost their faith because right now they have a broken family and they don't believe that something good can come from that family, from that relationship, from that husband, from that child that is lost in addiction. If they give their life to God, they will see what God has prepared for them, a better life, a better new view of things. And this is what we believe.
Kurt, on Sunday, come and see. Come and see what?
I think this event, Mr. Pearson, is to reach out to those that they are suffering. And they might even ask themselves as they are watching this program right now, what is this church about? Can I really receive healing? Can I really see a transformation in my family? Can I really see the doors that has been closed be open for me? Well, then we say, come and see. Come and see for you who believe. Come and see for you who are willing to take this step of faith in God.
And so when we walk into the doors of the Universal Church of the Kingdom of God, it's a regular church service?
Yes, so we have 2 services on Sunday. The first morning service at 8 a.m. and we have our second main gathering at 10 a.m. And it's a church service. You are walking into a church, but walking into a church where you are going to be welcome. Walking into a church where, indeed, when you walk through, the faith that we have is you are not going to live in the same way that you came.
What good can come from Nazareth, they asked of Jesus. And so now we see what good can come from the key church of God, indeed. And so we want to encourage you all on Sunday to come to Baxter's Road. The first is at 8 o'clock, the second service at 10 o'clock, and come as you are.
Correct.
And that's what I'm sensing you to say here as well, Pastor Samuel, that you don't have to be perfect.
No.
If you're feeling imperfect, if you're feeling broken, if you're feeling despair, if you're just feeling angry, then come and see what God can do and the power of God.
And the power of God is able to transform the life of a person, I can say completely. We are here today because God transformed our lives. The people who came to our event last week on Good Friday, and we have a big crowd of people by Queen's Park, it was amazing. It was people who came to see because they understood God died on the cross for me to give to me a new life. And it's not fair, knowing that God, He gave it to us an opportunity to take our curse, our suffering, our pain, and then a person continues suffering. If somebody already paid the price for me, why am I going to pay twice? So I have to be free. So we lead people to learn how to use their faith. At the opportunity, we even gave this element here. It's an anointed oil we pass to spray the Bible talking about. It is not an idea of the church. The Word of God says, is there anyone sick? Call the pastor, anoint with the holy oil, make a prayer, and it will set you free. And people, sometimes, Mr. Person, they even question us, does it work? Come again. Come and see.
Come and see. Come and see. There are 2 services, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. This Sunday, Baxter's Road, right next to Jordan's Supermarket on Baxter's Road. That's where it is. And there's a space just for you. And don't think for a second that, oh, that seat is already occupied. That seat is for you. And you were specifically asked to come and see by God. Come and see Him and His power at work. And so after that, what happens? What happens after that, Kurt? Because I know you have a number of ministries, and you really want people, if they're so moved, to join the ministry, to be a part of giving back to the wider community and servicing.
So after the morning service, we also have the youth power group. After the 10 o'clock service is over, we start the gathering of the young people that join with us. They join from all over Barbados. We have youths that come from Spicetown, youths that come from St. Philip, St. John, and they join with us. It's a gathering of positivity to show to the youths that you don't have to get yourself involved in the negative things in order for you to enjoy yourself. Because the mindset of the youth is, no, in order for me to enjoy myself, I need to be on drugs. In order for me to enjoy myself, I need to be out there partying and so forth, involving in negativity. However, through positivity, that what the YPG promotes, the youth power group of the Universal Church, it promotes positivity for the youths. We have youths that they come from a broken home, and they feel like from the beginning of their life, it's like they are lost already. It's like their future has been decided for them. It's not. They can come to the YPG, the Youth Power Group, and they can receive help.
And we see the youth all around us indeed. So encourage your youngsters to also attend the services on Sunday from 8 o'clock. The second service is at 10 o'clock. Then there's a gathering of those powerful young people indeed. And so we want to see the change. If you're tired of living as you are and you want to see the change, come see. If you are frustrated because your relative is also frustrated as well, come and see. Come and see what God can do for you. Services at 8 and 10 on Sunday, and it's only on Sundays, or what other days of the week do you have services?
We open every day. So for example, right now, 7 o'clock, we have another pastor by the church that's going to start the first service today. 7 a.m. is our first service, 10 a.m. is our second service of the day, 12 noon, and also 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. In other words, we have 5 times so that people can come throughout the day to join the service, to receive a prayer, a counseling. If they need the help, we are going to be there for them. We don't judge, we help.
That's right. We don't judge, we help. Indeed, the doors are open to you from 7 o'clock in the morning every single day. Gentlemen, thank you. Pastor Samuel and Kirk, thank you so very much indeed. I hope that the church is overflowing onto the streets of Baxter's Road on Sunday. We invite you to just come see. Don't just walk on by the door. Come, stop, see for yourself indeed. And so the Universal Church of the Kingdom of God is inviting you. The invitation is yours. Now it's for you to accept, because God is waiting to meet you. So we see you on Sunday. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Morning Barbados breaks here. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look at the news now. Operations at the Port Vale Sugar Factory were impacted yesterday as several workers associated with the Unity Workers Union called out sick. General Secretary of the UWU, Caswell Franklin, says he's unsure if the workers will be reporting today. He's stressing that this is not a case of a sick out, as several workers have sought medical attention. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for BESCO also reports that there are a few absences, but they had no significant impact on operations. The development came a day after the Minister of Agriculture, Food and Nutritional Security, Dr. Chantal Munro-Knight, announced during a media conference that grinding had finally started at the factory. According to Mr. Franklin, the workers are unhappy about what was conveyed by the minister.
I understand also that the press conference that the minister had left a lot of them traumatized, because they were saying that the minister never spoke to any of them. And what she is saying, she's just regurgitating what the position of the company is without having any reference in body. So it doesn't appear that she wants to be fair to the workers, even though she said that so many times, and the workers are quite upset about that. She has not spoken to them with or without their union.
Mr. Franklin contends that workers associated with his union, who took strike action for several days 3 weeks ago, are not responsible for the late start of grinding.
BESCO closed the crop last year, and they had an entire year to get the factory up and running, and they have not done so. While there were 3 days of industrial action at the factory, I do not see how they can be blaming the workers or this union for putting the crop back by this, stopping the crop from proceeding.
The Minister of Transport and Works has a new plan to deal with the issue of potholes. This assurance from the Minister of Transport and Works and the Senior Minister for Infrastructure, Kirk Humphrey. He, along with the Minister of State in the Ministry, Dr. Rommel Springer, and the MTW's technical team recently toured a number of work sites across the island. The Minister stressed that the MTW has a plan for the potholes and it will be revealed to the public shortly. He's also encouraging residents to send locations of potholes in the areas to the Ministry of Transport and Works.
I think anybody that's driving in Barbados now would experience the potholes. And for me, that's one of the major concerns. It's okay for us to do the big things, but the day-to-day problems that people experience with potholes. So The team is very well aware of where most of the potholes are. They've been able to identify them. I think we need a system of 1, 2, 3, 4, grading the ones that we must respond to. And I think what we've decided together as a team is that we're going to move all of our resources in particular areas so that with that kind of scale, we'll be able to address the problem at source, but then people will be able to see within a week or 2 weeks that the area was addressed. And I think also Barbadians are very reasonable. I want to give Barbados the assurance that we do have a plan for the potholes and that we're going to identify that plan publicly. And we're going to ask people to feed in. We've already started using ways, Ramal uses it all the time, for people to identify where they come into contact with potholes and then prioritize that as well.
The Barbados Revenue Authority is advising more than 3,000 taxpayers who submitted personal income tax returns prior to the release of the updated form for the income year 25 that they will be required to refile. The BRA confirmed that returns submitted before the 27th of March were completed using an earlier version of the form that did not reflect the expanded credits and revised income thresholds introduced in the budget. Revenue Commissioner Jason King has emphasized the importance of accuracy in the filing process and assures that these returns will be removed to ensure that affected taxpayers benefit fully from the updated provisions.
This update ensures that taxpayers benefit fully from the enhanced credits and expanded income thresholds introduced last month. However, it is critical that individuals take a few moments to review their information carefully before filing. Accuracy at this stage prevents delays and ensures taxpayers receive the benefits for which they are eligible.
The entities were required to submit statutory information by February the 28th, including PAYE schedules, pension income, union dues, unemployment income, and other third-party payments. In some instances, this information has not yet been uploaded or may contain errors which could impact the accuracy of returns. The BRA noted that only the relevant employer or third-party entity can correct the discrepancies. As a consequence, Mr. King has urged taxpayers to take an active role in verifying their information.
This update ensures that taxpayers benefit fully from the enhanced credits and expanded income thresholds introduced last month. However, it is critical that individuals take a few moments to review their information carefully before filing. Accuracy at this stage prevents delays and ensures taxpayers receive the benefits for which they are eligible.
Well, to sports now, there was an outpouring of celebration at the Grantley Adams International Airport last evening as the Barbados Carifta aquatic team arrived from Martinique with a record medal haul. Damien Best was there.
Having successfully topped the medal table with the outstanding record of 23 gold, 13 silver and 11 bronze for a tally of 47, the 31-member Carifta aquatic squad were met by parents, friends, officials and supporters at the Grantley Adams International Airport Arrivals Hall. Overall, on points, Barbados were fourth in the boys and girls with 638.50 points, an excellent showing by the group. The Bahamas led the way with 795, second was Jamaica 754.50, and third Trinidad and Tobago 747. Well, on hand was Attorney General Wilfred Abrams, along with the Minister of Sports, Youth and Community Empowerment, Charles Griffith.
I want to say to the youngsters, if you have not heard, that the Prime Minister would have put $1 million in place for the development of not only swimming, but sports on the island on the whole. And you too will benefit from that. You've done exceedingly well in terms of having all of these people here to support you, because the country on a whole is proud of all of the efforts that you did at Carifta this year. And that money is to move you not only for Carifta, but the next level.
A lot of people focus on athletics, but what you all did was nothing short of phenomenal. Some of you have parents who were messaging me all the time, keeping the tally of the goals, keeping the tally of all the medals, right? And we are proud of y'all guys, right? This is a record medal haul, I believe, for y'all. A lot of people did personal best, a lot of people broke records, right? Trust me, it's no small thing. When you get out there and you understand that the whole of Barbados is behind y'all, the whole of Barbados is behind the Carifta team from this year, track and field and swimming.
Team co-captain Jess Simmons and Victor Ashby summed up the athletes' mindset in Martinique.
The medal haul was obviously record-breaking and we're all very proud of that. I want to say that everybody here put in
work and effort, medal or not, they tried their best, and as a whole team, I'm very, very proud that I could say that I captained them this year.
This is one of the best Barbados Carifta teams I've been a part of. So many people did medals, so many people did well. We had the most Carifta gold medals this year, which I think is a first. And I'm just really proud of us, our team as a whole.
First timer to Carifta, Christian Vanderpool, was outstanding, securing 11 medals and the 11 to 12 age group trophy for his performances.
My coach pushed every day. Yeah, that's about it. It was pretty tough, but I made sure to push through and get through all my races.
Which one is more special of all of them?
I would probably say my 200 breaststroke.
What about it?
Well, I gapped the field by about 11 seconds, and I got a huge personal best.
Head coach Dave Farmer says the setback of not having the Wilde Aquatic Centre to train turned into a positive after it was closed by the Ministry of Health.
It was unfortunate that we didn't have our facility, so to speak, but I think the fact that we were getting an unknown quantity at that time actually helped. It brought the team closer together. It forced us to work as one because we had rather limited space compared to what existed before. But I think a lot of that had to do with the bonding of the team as well. So maybe it worked.
The next stop is a planned national motorcade for both aquatic and track and field Carifta teams on Saturday from 9 a.m. starting at Kensington Oval. Congratulations to both teams. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
Absolutely, Damien. Congratulations to all involved in the success of our Carifta swim team indeed. Morning Barbados breaks right here. We'll be back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining,
I don't know about your relationships, but I've had some wonderful relationships with my grandmothers. We've been regaled with so many stories. One of the things I actually love to do is to sit at my maternal grandmother's table. Early in the afternoon, and we'll be picking rice. And while picking rice, we will talk and sing and all the rest of it. And then she gets busy cooking and she continues talking. There was conversation, in other words. And in those conversations, tales were told, but there were lessons learned from it. And so the author of a book we want to share with you now is Granny Tales, Lessons from the Elders. And the author of that book is Professor Joanne Kilgore-Dowdy.
Yes,
good morning
sir.
to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for
Indeed.
inviting me.
You're very welcome. This book speaks to your granny?
Yes, and the elders who were around when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And how important was that to you at the time? Or
At
did
the
you even
time.
know?
Well, my mom died when I was very early, so
Mhm.
I spent a long time with my grandma, and she had 8 children, so they are the elders that I refer to. So if she
Yes.
said it, they said it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So I memorized all those sayings, and they came in really handy when things got tough or things were just beyond my understanding.
Yes.
Then something would occur to me, and I'd say, "Thank you, Granny."
Yeah. And I'm glad you're saying like that, because oftentimes children have the experience with their grandmothers and they don't quite get it. And I think it's just the youth,
Right.
the ignorance of the youth. But over time, your memory pulls it back up.
Yes.
And you realize that all the while your granny was simply implanting in you
Absolutely.
things that will come of benefit to you in time.
Yes.
So the seeds that were sowed then, we see how they're being reaped now. But it also, to my mind, emphasizes the importance of the role of a grandmother
Amen.
in making sure
Yes.
that she does not communicate negativity, but instead communicate
Yes.
positivity. Am I reading your book right?
Perfect. I will send you a check after the program. I
Your
love
check is
it.
not large enough to write the numbers. So here it is then. You've captured in the book a lot of what your grandmother said.
Yes, I had
And
80 sayings.
80?
And I was told to stop and start revising.
Or do book 2.
Right?
So what are some of the, drop for me some of the things your grandmother taught
My
you?
favorite. What's sweet in goat mouth, sour in the behind.
What does that mean?
Well, it starts as a wonderful honeymoon, but so many divorces are logged. 50% of the marriages in some countries. Or your favorite friend in grade school, primary school, love her, but guess what? You go to high school, you can't stand her. And you don't want her in your house, and you don't want to talk to her in the street. You don't want anyone to know that you ever were friends with her.
Yes,
So it
yes.
begins lovely, but it's a warning. So you bring home the boyfriend and say you want to marry him. So if Granny pull you aside and says that, it's a red flashing light.
Yes, yes,
Take
yes.
care.
Yeah, take care, take care.
Take care.
But documenting all of this, because memory is as memory is. You can forget,
Yes.
or you can corrupt the memory over time by other experiences. How easy or difficult was it for you to pour this onto paper?
Darling,
Talk to me, darling.
in 2024, I moved 4 times. I evacuated 3 times from hurricanes.
Whoa.
So every time I hit a roadblock, every time the water was rising under the house and I thought I should get my diver's suit on, I heard Granny's voice. There was something I was trying to deal with and come out positively, and I would hear a voice. Those who don't hear will feel.
Yes.
Did you hear that one? Okay. So somewhere in the back of my hurrying from one rental to the next, I was being cautioned, but I wasn't listening. So guess what? So we end up with the roof sinking with Hurricane Milton and the window leaking. So my bedspread and my towels had to be put into action to
So you're
keep the
feeling.
water. I was feeling it. I didn't hear Granny clearly, so I was feeling.
And you wrote that down, lest you forget.
Listen, the book saved my life. If I did not wake up every morning and go to the computer and write what I was hearing, I would not be here sitting talking sense to you. Pants would be on my head.
Now you see the rowdy part.
Now you see the rowdy part.
Rowdy dory. I get you.
You get you?
And that's so interesting. So that was the process you took. As
Well,
it
I'm
came
a
to you?
writer, so I keep writing every day. No matter if there's a big project or not, I write every morning. And so I take dictation. Really, I'm trying to capture the story as I hear it before it disappears. There's something I'm trying to resolve, to solve, to get the riddle. What is a relationship that's out of sync, you know. If I focus, it's like a meditation. If I focus on the saying that's coming to me, the expression that's coming to me, who born to hang can't drown. So if I'm supposed to be here and have this conversation, I will not be out having breakfast with Professor Coffee at this hour, because I'm supposed to share this news with you,
Exactly.
right? This is preordained. So I just focused for an hour or two. What is this saying trying to express? And how do I explain that with the characters? So a lot of my family appears, and I hope they don't sue me. I changed their names. I changed the situations. But Maya Angelou said, facts are different from truth. So if I understand the truth of the relationship, then I can put them in a setting and have them interact with each other so that we get what is behind this saying. Why would someone say that? Why would somebody say two-man rat can't live in the same hole?
Mm-hmm.
You know that one too. We had
do.
the same granny. That's why I had to come to Barbados and meet my family. There you go. So
and
that's
so
the work.
when we turn the pages of the book, then
Yes.
we're not just seeing facts written item 1, 2, 3 to 80.
You're seeing drama.
You're seeing drama.
Drama. You enter the drama, right? So the first story is you will feel it. And that's based on if you don't hear, you will feel it. So we find a little girl sitting between her mother's legs, getting her hair pressed. You know that pressing story is a major
Ears
story.
have the stories to tell.
Oh! And mother is telling her, stop the showing off.
Yes.
As soon as she get off that chair with the hair hanging on her shoulders and she could do this and feel she's Miss Barbie, right back in the nonsense, showing off and telling people she got long hair. See my long hair?
Yes.
And the mother just told her, cut it out.
Yes, yes.
Stop the showing off.
You will feel.
You will feel it.
And so there's stories
Yes.
to every saying.
Yes.
And as it goes, then I think the book, but it's not tracking one story all the way through. There are multiple stories from multiple experiences.
Yes, yes. I had a lot of drama to unpack.
Yeah, clearly you did. And your elders.
And my elders are sitting on my shoulders. My friend said from North Korea, when your parents die, they sit on your shoulders. If you keep them in your life, you talk to them, you reference them, they will never lead you wrong.
That's interesting.
So my parents sit on my shoulders, and as long as I reference them, hello,
nice.
they keep me on track.
That's interesting. And you believe that? I'm just asking.
Why are you sitting here talking
The reason
to
I'm
me?
asking you that is oftentimes we hear these things.
Yeah, we don't believe it.
And we don't believe it.
What can I
That's
say?
totally impractical anyhow.
I know.
But
It's
you
okay.
feel that.
But there's a reason why you're thinking those thoughts and remembering those sayings and being in a situation.
Correct.
There's a reason.
Yes.
And whether you say it's they're sitting on your shoulder or you're going crazy or what, that's up to you. But in my life, in my experience, the elders are here. They are present in you, in me, in him, in Peter.
In all of, you know them by name and all. Wow.
It's all working the room.
Clearly.
And if I don't be nice to them, they won't be nice to me. Then
So true.
I will look hokey eye on the TV and my friend will say, what happened to you? I said, Peter did not like me when I walked in. I'm so glad to see you smile.
I love it. It's really fun. And so these are all captured in the book. And
Yes.
the book is called, folks, by the way, the book is called Granny Tales, Lessons from the Elders. And it's written by this lovely lady, the Rowdy Joanne Gilgore Dowdy.
Sweet.
Indeed. And so we're seeing there are some comments by people on our screen.
Yes.
How people are who've read the book, who've responded
No,
to
I
the book.
read to people all over the world.
Yeah.
On phone, on Zoom. Sometimes I came to Barbados to do a reading. I'm reading at Black Rock Books in Black Rock tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Right.
So I want you to hear the story, and I only read on condition that you'll tell me sayings. So you already said you know that one. So I check A for you. You got an A.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
But I'll only read if people will share. It's a conversation.
Yes.
It's a conversation, right?
Yes. And I like that you do that because for me and my experience with my grandmother, it was the conversation.
Yes.
And so she didn't want us to just sit at the table while picking at the rice to just remain mute, engage. And that's what you're talking about.
And
that
guess
level of
what
engagement.
Granny's doing? She's finding out all your business.
Yeah.
She knows who to call,
cleverly.
who to go and ask.
Very cleverly.
And you know they had permission to whip your butt if you misbehave.
Of course.
Which now you'll get sued for. So
Yeah.
nobody's even going to look at you.
Exactly.
You can pull down your pants. They're not going to look at you. They're minding the business.
Yes. You're fun. And so the book will be fun. I want people to. So is it available online?
No, you have to get it from me.
From you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the only way to get it from you is to engage with you.
Yes. Yes, to come to Black Rock Books or to track me down on the internet.
Yes, yes.
Right? And then we'll have a conversation. I'll
Right.
do a reading. You'll tell me all your business and
Yes.
then we'll settle up with the book.
We find ourselves in the book. That's what you wanted to say.
Volume 2.
That's what you wanted to say. So tomorrow you're at 3 o'clock at Black Rock Books.
In Black Rock.
I mean, you're not from Barbados.
My grandmother, this is part of my
Is that so?
research. My great-grandmother and married a tailor. And I hear their tailored bicycles were sold here.
Exactly.
I grew up with a tailor sign, big aluminum sign
Right.
that we bleached clothes on.
Interesting.
Yes, I was told I had Bajan family. So I'm here to find my Bajan family.
That's good.
Only if they have money.
They may still have money. I wish you well with your
I'm not
search.
claiming them.
But tomorrow at 3 in the afternoon, folks, come talk to Joanne. You know, she'll be happy to hear from you.
Yes.
But not just talk and share, but she'll share with you as well. And that's what the beauty of the whole experience of the exchange is. People to people connection.
Yes.
People talking, people having communion over stories.
Absolutely.
And then whatever else unfolds happens after
Yes,
that.
the bacchanal.
The bacchanal unfolds right after that. It is a pleasure meeting
Thank
you
you
indeed.
so much.
I'm so sorry for those who are viewing overseas that they can't get the copy unless they contact you.
Contact me.
Search you up on the internet
Yes.
and message you.
I'm at Kent State University, Kent, Ohio. So jkilgore at kent.edu.
Okay.
Or go and find my website, jokdowdy.com.
You'll find her.
You'll find
her.
me.
Find her.
Yes.
Find her. Find the book.
I'm
Find the book.
hiring him.
Granny Tales.
He's on.
Your check is
Rowdy
not long
Dowdy.
enough. Rowdy Dowdy. Rowdy Dowdy is here with me. Thank you so very much for joining with us today. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope many of you do take the time to be at Blackrock tomorrow, at the Blackrock Books, to be a part of the exchange. And I say it like that simply because she will only read to you if you're promising to share with her as well. So just come prepared to share, and Joanne will read to you and share with you some of the tales that she's been able to document over time. And then get ready to have the experience of your life, because that's how life is. Life, we advance as people from experiences. And so that experience is another one that will chalk up and benefit you in life indeed. So her name is Professor Joanne Kilgore Dowdy. And so I want for you to really find her online and get your copy. Get your copy, everybody. Get your copy. Thank you so very much. You're welcome.
Have
You're
a
welcome.
great day.
You too. Mornin Barbados breaks here. We're coming back with more in a moment.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end. And what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. The spirit, feel the pride from the hills to the seaside. Hands up high, St. Joseph rising. This is sweet time. Lift up your voice, let the whole world see the power in the people, the unity from young to old. We stand.
You feel it? St. Joseph, do you feel that? Barbados, do you feel that? That's part of the rebrand of the St. Joseph Independence Committee. And so, joining me this morning is the chairperson, you know his face, Rico Bradshaw. Next to him is his vice chairman, deputy chairman in Kathy Ann Hall. And across from me is the woman who will talk a lot this morning, Rashida Howard. Good morning to each of you.
Hi, good morning, Pearson.
Rico, why the rebrand?
Why the rebrand? Pearson, St. Joseph, over the number of years, the community has been calling for more. And I've recognized as well, too, that a lot that was happening in the parish probably dwindled away, and a lot of programs as well for a lot of youth within the community as well no longer exists, right? And so our vision this year is to revitalize that and rekindle the spirit of St. Joseph. So we are actually bringing back a lot of those programs within the parish, along with introducing new initiatives as well that would impact all generations.
We oftentimes use words, we're rebranding, but we don't give life to it. And you're saying part of the change that people will see in the rebranding is the return of those that worked well, and the introduction of some new things that will further excite and ignite, right? And make the brand live. The brand is rekindling our spirit, reclaiming our pride. So, Kathy Ann, describe for me what St. Joseph is and the beauty of St. Joseph and why excellence resides in St. Joseph.
St. Joseph exists because of its people. We have a lot of resourceful persons. We have some elderly that always teach us the way, which is really exciting. And then we have our children who we have to nurture to get them to a point of excellence. So that is St. Joseph, the warmth, the love, and just the smiles and the fresh air.
And that has nothing to do with the sceneries, which are stunning.
Exactly.
The scenery, the food, the everything that you want, the excitement. Yes. I mean, who can deny Bathsheba?
Oh.
Yeah.
Who can deny Bathsheba and the history of the parish of St. Joseph as well? And so in all of this, we're rekindling the spirit. And part of that rekindling of the spirit requires us to get to know.
Yes.
To get to know. So what were some of the things that worked well that we will see yet again?
There was a lot of communities sporting programs within the parish, so we are looking to revitalize those. We have some groups that have already rekindled and re-engine the car, you know, and so we are looking to bring back those. We're also looking to strengthen the generation gap between, as Kathy said before, the older individuals within the parish, imparting knowledge on the younger folks as well, and honoring those as well that have cared for us over a number of years. So we'll be doing a lot of different initiatives as well, one called Soothing Souls, where we're going to be not only focusing on providing care for the elderly on the month of October, but we will also be, through partnership with a registered professional nurse, offer a 6 months care of the elderly course as well, for young people that are interested in that particular profession to be involved.
In other words, you're the committee that is not just operationalized for the Spirit of the Nation show. You're working all year long. And you've kept in focus and in mind the people of St. Joseph all year long, bring value to their lived experiences. So Raishina, you're one of the younger voices on the committee now, and I'm sure you had a lot to share. Talk to me a little bit about how you're going to spread the message of the rebrand. What's your plan as a PRO to do so, and some of the other activities that we can expect?
Okay, so Pearson, you can expect St. Joseph to be outside and online in 2026.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We're looking to put everything on TikTok, on Instagram, Snapchat, by word of mouth, even using the radio stations. Because the goal is to make sure that every single person in St. Joseph gets the message so that we can get all the support that we need. We really want to touch and get everybody involved from the younger generation to the older generation. And one of the key things that we're looking to deal with is to ensure that we have everyone working with one another. We have the sports program, like Rico said. There's the feeding program. There's also we're also revamping Bathsheba by Night, which was this hike and
you got that right.
Yeah, it was this whole big
right?
Yes. I'm talking campfires, music, and everything, and we really want to get the culture and heritage back. Yeah.
You have big plans.
Indeed.
Big plans. And I'm sure that as those from St. Joseph watching, they get it. But you're meeting them in the space where they tend to live, social media.
Yeah.
And so you want them to pay close attention. So for those who are saying, but okay, what's the social media handle? Is there a consistent social media handle, or where do we go to find it?
Yes, please. You can find us on all platforms at St. Joseph PAC. Okay. It's just St. Joseph. Our email is spelled Saint Joseph. Otherwise, it's all the same.
All right, St. Joseph PIC.
Yes,
on
please.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook,
everything.
Everywhere you tend to go and spend your time. That's where you'll find St. Joseph PIC. And so you follow the activities, and there are no doubt a range of activities you probably have planned for. I hear Rico talk about October.
Indeed.
Yeah.
No, Pearson, we're actually launching tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And you spoke about Bathsheba, and that's exactly where we're heading to do our launch. And let the persons that are attending launch also enjoy the scenery of Bathsheba, and as well the sunset that happens late on evening. So we're heading to the Hillcrest Community Center tomorrow at 4 p.m. And we will be launching the St. Joseph rebranding, but also installing the 2026 attendant and parish ambassador. And there you would hear about all the activities that we have planned for 2026.
Y'all are ready.
Indeed.
Boy.
Indeed.
St. Lucie, they're coming for y'all here. St. Joseph is ready again. And so tomorrow at 4 at Hillcrest is where we all gather as St. Josephians. And you can come out and be a part of that launch to get to know more about how the PIC, the Parish Independence Committee, is engaging with you and creating programs that benefit you, and the excitement around everything that's affecting you, and how you can engage with them as well to say what your needs are, and let's see how they can help you meet those needs. But above all, you get to meet your parish ambassadors and the attendant for this year, because they're needing your full support with their parish projects and all of the activities that they'll be having right through, indeed. And so don't forget St. Joseph PIC on socials. It's what's happening. You have a church service coming up?
Yeah, so our church service is actually this Sunday as well. So we're launching Saturday, and then we're going straight into our church service at the
no dilly-dallying.
No dilly-dallying at the Parcel New Testament Church of God at 10 a.m.
At 10 o'clock.
Yes.
It's on your screen. It's on your screen, everybody. Sunday worship service this coming Sunday at 10 in the morning, Paris Hill, New Testament Church of God. And for those of you who live in St. Joseph, you know exactly where it is. I don't need to tell you. You know exactly where it is.
This month is actually our parish month.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
It got spring on us, you know, because a number of us are new, and we also have some continuing members as well. But guarantee you that St. Joseph will be very active this month for sure, launching those new initiatives as well as doing a lot of activities as well. We are going to be having a sports day at the end of the year, at the end of the month, and there are various activities, but as I say, be there tomorrow at the launch. You'll hear everything.
The jingle sounds fantastic. You can see they're wearing their color, parish color already. And so tomorrow you get more details about what the plan has for you for St. Joseph, indeed, as their rebrand is on. It launches tomorrow afternoon, and get ready for that campaign which will involve you Josephines. And then on Sunday, worship at the Paris Hill New Testament Church of God. That service starts at 10 o'clock indeed. Let's come together as a community, and you guys are well poised to do so. Well done. Rico Bradshaw is the chairperson.
Yeah.
Kathy Ann Hall is the deputy chair. And Raishina Howard is the one I guess we'll be talking to a whole lot as activities unroll. Thank you so much for joining us. I wish you well with the rebranding effort.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We're taking a break here on Morning Barbados. When we come back, I have some cars to show you. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One. Your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We have 16 minutes now to go to the hour of 8 o'clock. I'm standing because I'm standing next to one of the vehicles available to you at Answer Motors there in Wildy. And so joining me this morning as we explore the many options available in the showroom is Devonte Griffith, a salesman with Answer Motors. Devonte, good morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You have brought my vehicle of dream into the studio to share with all of our audience. So what is this one that we're looking at?
Correct. So this one that we have here is the Proton X50. I love it. It stands out as the sleek, what I like to call it is the luxury vehicle at the everyman price. So what you get with the Proton is comfort, fuel economy, and a very spacious and spotless vehicle for the price.
I'm telling you, it looks great on the road.
Exactly.
And if you're one of those people who wants to drive in a vehicle that looks fantastic on the road, the Proton
is one
of those.
Correct.
And I'm seeing more and more of them on the road, so the demand has really grown. People are getting the value that you get from an investment in a Proton.
Correct.
So talk to me about some of the benefits in terms of mileage and all the like.
Okay, so the benefits of this Proton, you get around 650 kilometers for a full tank. So once you, and this is full gasoline, 1.5 turbo gasoline as well. So you got the speed, you got the comfort, and I can be real with you, Pearson.
Yes.
We roads are terrible, and we have something called the McPherson strut suspension. And in the basic terms, you can drive like a dream.
In other words, you feel as if you're flying on the air.
Exactly.
I like that. Exactly. I really like that. So it sits well on the road.
It sits phenomenal.
It sits really well on the road. It can go into places. It's not an SUV of the nature that takes you into rugged spots.
Correct.
I mean, after all, this is an investment. I love the grille at the front. Look at the features at the front. Describe those for me.
This is this sporty. What you have here is the full LED setup, daytime runners, the projective headlights, the LED fogs, and then you have the red trim on the grille, which is for only these sports models.
Okay.
So it sets you apart from everyone else.
It truly does. Correct. Let's go inside now.
Yes,
and what are some of the safety features that come with this vehicle?
So one of the best things about the Proton is that this is a 5-star safety rated car. So what 5-star safety rating means, because this is built with Volvo technology, that means that you have 5-star safety in the front, rear, and side collision.
Okay, it's a push start.
Yes, please.
Safety in the front, rear, and sides.
Correct.
So heaven forbid there's a crash, at least there's a bit of added protection here.
Correct.
Push start.
Push start, yes, please.
Yes,
so
push and start, my brother. There we go. It's going to pipe up.
Push start.
And I want to look at all the other beautiful features. You hear that? And if you can, there's a light on the floor that turns on. Once you open the door, that tells me it's
Proton.
Proton.
Yes, please.
It's not just any car. Oh, the AC kicked in hard.
It's very nice and cool. You have the wireless charging. You have the sports mode. You have eco mode. You also have sport mode. What I call eco mode is for the everyday driver. Sport mode is when you really want to just release the beast.
So for those of you who just want to drive casually,
eco mode is the one for you. Correct.
But sport, look out for that.
But we do promote safe driving.
Of course we do. We always do. We always do. And then the steering wheel has built into it a whole number of other features.
Yes, correct. So you can answer the phone from the steering wheel as well. You can mute the calls. You can also adjust the radio. You can do everything here. Yeah, so you can.
I'm trying to change that. That's why I don't know that number.
This would be the touch screen. You would do so on touch. Yes. So what I would like to show you, since we are here, there's a safety feature that I like to display, which is called the 360 camera. So let's say you're going to park. Yes. So let's say you're in a dark area.
Yeah.
And before you get out, you can literally check your surroundings. You could touch. You could do this. Let me get all three angles. So you could go right or wrong. You could literally check.
Just to make sure there are no strangers hanging over where they want.
And then you could go right or wrong. You can move it with the finger. You can go up, around. Correct. So I like to advertise this as a safety feature.
That's fantastic.
So that once you get in out, you are safe. 5-star safety rating in and out. This is what Proton offers to Barbados.
The seat covering, the leather seat.
Let's talk about that. The seat covering is premium leatherette. So premium leatherette, basically, Proton was so focused on being environmentally friendly. These are recyclable materials. So this is good for the environment. It's not leather, but it gives you that premium look.
It does.
And it is also good for the environment as well.
I mean, even the dashboard, I mean, it's covering.
Correct. Premium leatherette.
So you really are driving in style with this Proton.
Yes.
This particular one. Is there a reason why you guys are with us this morning? There's something big tomorrow?
Yes, I'm so glad that you brought that up.
Yes.
So tomorrow, we have something called our April Foolish Deals event, because the prices will be so low. You will think it's a joke, but trust me, there's nothing funny about what is going down tomorrow. What I will say, I cannot disclose the price with you guys today.
Come tomorrow.
Yes, please. You have to come on down and see the big reveal. What we will be doing tomorrow, we will be doing the test drives. This lovely Proton, the Seltos, and all of the other vehicles we do have to offer will be on those discounted prices. If you do have a vehicle and you want to trade in, trade-ins are welcome. You could come on down. You could get a same-day trade-in valuation, on the spot financing. The team, me and my other colleagues, will be there to assist you with whatever you need from top to bottom, and we will have a wonderful day tomorrow.
So tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow's a day of decisions, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're tired of your old vehicle and you just want a brand new one, and you know that come see, because discount prices tomorrow on vehicles.
Discounts, and we will be able to assess your vehicle, and you can also get a trade off. Yes, please.
Wow, this is fantastic, and so I like it. I really, it's solid. Look at my look, and I'm a very tall guy.
Exactly.
And so I have a lot of foot room, even at the back.
Front and back has a lot of space.
And in terms of trunk space now, because we tend to shop and travel with those kinds of things.
The trunk space is very spacious as well. It comes with a spare tire, and you get a reflective triangle. So let's say you catch a flat on the road, God forbid, you got the triangle to set up so that anybody that is coming on will get the reflection to know, wow, this person is there. So it would not cause a future accident and stuff like that. Yes.
Wow. In terms of being able to monitor, I'm looking as well here. You tell me that there's it says tire pressure.
Yes, so that's the tire. Yeah, so it monitors the tire pressure system. It does lane keep assist. You have the, like I said, the 360 camera. You have the cruise control. All of the standard features that you will get in every high-end vehicle, you have in this Proton X50.
Lane keep assist means that if you're going to be drifting and somebody else is coming, what does it do?
It will give you a nice little correction.
Tug of the wheel?
Yes, a slight correction, so you could be like, hey, come on, buddy.
Okay,
let's come back. Yes.
I know vehicles that give you a little vibration in the seat. Is it hello?
Yeah, but no, not this one.
It tugs you back into safety.
It gives you a nice little, I would like to call it a gentle reminder. Yes, please.
That you need to come back.
Yes.
Somebody's coming.
Yes, please.
Wow, I like this. I really, really like this. This is, and everything that, and more, that you expect in a vehicle, you will find in the Proton. And this is just one of those that you come to Answer Motors tomorrow. What time are you guys open?
We are open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
10 to 3 tomorrow, yes, there's a deal for you.
Yes.
Because a lot of prices on the vehicles are discounted.
Huge discounts.
What do I walk with?
Well, what do you walk with? 2 forms of ID, at least 3 months pay slips. You can send, you have a job letter as well, and 3 months bank statements.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And that's only one of the vehicles that we have in the studio for you. Folks, we'll take a break right here. When we come back, we go into another one that might meet your pocket. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There's an invitation to a big deal tomorrow at Ansa Motors in Wildy. That invitation is for you. So if you want to trade in your thing that you have at the moment and drive something else, come on down to Ansa Motors tomorrow from 10 o'clock in the morning. They are open to engaging with you. They're deals, ladies and gentlemen. Devonta Griffith, he's really the salesman.
Please.
I'm just the one who's experiencing all he has on sale. What's this one we're standing next
This
to now?
one here is the lovely Kia Seltos.
Yeah, very popular.
Very, very popular. You know that Kia was around
time.
very long time. Longer than I've ever been alive. So it still the test of time, definitely. So what we would do now, I will show the inside, and this will be another one that will be on offer.
Before we get inside, the fuel efficiency on this one.
So this one is between 600 to 650 kilometers on a full tank as well. So it's very fuel efficient. And also what you can do with this is gasoline.
Right.
Is gasoline. Yes.
These are both gasoline vehicles.
These both gasoline
None is
vehicles.
hybrid.
No hybrids.
Right. So tomorrow we're looking at the deal. The special is on SUVs.
On SUVs.
All right. Cool. Open the door for me, sir. Thank you very much.
No problem.
This little old man is busy. Thank you very much. You can go around the other side and join me inside. Now we're inside of this Seltos, and this is just one of them, the Kia Seltos. You open the door right up and you see the signage right there at the foot of the door, which is beautiful. It tells you exactly what vehicle you're in. It's a little different, but it's still as powerful and meaningful as the Proton.
Yes,
So what
please.
am I experiencing here now?
Okay, so with the Kia Seltos, you have the heads-up display. You have the heads-up display. Yes,
beautiful.
Please. You
Look at
have
that.
a slight ambient lighting trim.
Yeah.
Very, very slight, because you can actually change the mood and the color that you want. What you also get is the heads-up display that will pop up here to keep you focused on the road. And as you can feel, these seats are fabric. And normally for the summer times, this does make a huge difference.
That's right. When it gets really, really hot, these are a little bit cool.
Correct. It's a very huge difference. Got the standard wireless charging, the USB ports, the USB cable Type C. You have your cup holders. You have space in the back. Because as I know, as the cameraman, he could feel the space in the back.
Of course. I mean, he was a giant.
Exactly.
And so in terms of the braking and the handbrake, this one operates with a handbrake as opposed to a foot brake.
Correct.
Or
Not the electronic brake, but this is the manual. This is the manual brake, but it comes with the standard front and rear parking sensors, the full LED setup, and is a massive trunk space in the back as well.
And all of the warning things that you need, you can see on your screen.
All of the warning signals come up again. All the full infotainment system is here at your display, so you see everything that you need to go. It monitors the tire pressure, it checks the engine, the battery lights, everything that you would need to know that you need to come back to Ansa Motors for. Displays right on the screen.
This tells you. And again, in the visual setup here,
Yes,
it gets all a touch screen.
Yes, this one here is a little bit different to the one that we were previously dealing with, but it is still easy to control. You have the quiet mode, you have the media, and you have the sound mode lamps, and is a lot of different options that you can play around with.
It has a lot of options.
Yes, there's a lot of different options, but it's very easy to handle and maneuver.
I think the children will love this.
Yes.
They're going to. Imagine yourself for just a moment, folks, heading out for let's go into the country for a drive. You know, and you are sitting in the Seltos, and while you're driving by, everyone is saying, wow, that looks fantastic.
Correct.
We really want one of those. And if you want one of those, Ansa Motors.
Tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Do not miss out on these deals, because this is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I advise everyone in Barbados to capitalize on this option. This will not come back again anytime soon. I can promise you.
You got that right. And as I always say, the early bird catches the best worm. And so as early as you can, show up.
Yep. And we will be there ready to assist you from 10 sharp to 3. Walk with all of your necessary documents. Walk with even the vehicle if you're looking to trade it in. Bring your vehicle and we will have that valuation for you. And you have on-the-spot financing. Everything one-stop shop.
Those documents remind us what to walk with again.
2 forms of ID.
That could be your driver's license, your ID card, your passport, your ID card, those kinds of things.
And yes, one of them must be the driver's license. Yes, please. So you have the 2 forms of ID. You have the job letter, 2 months of recent pay slips, and 2 or 3 months of bank statements.
Right. And if you don't have your job letter by tomorrow, because somehow the HR
because
managers
of
out there,
time,
come still.
and we will have the discussion there.
And then get a chance to sit in it. Are we going to get a chance to test drive anything?
Yes, please. Test drives will be available. All you have
sweet.
to do is come to talk to me or any of the members on the sales team, and we will assist you accordingly.
I can hear them now. So how soon thereafter will I get my vehicle? Can I get my vehicle?
As soon as the process has been approved, we are working on your vehicle ASAP. We are not coming to play tomorrow.
Right. Nope, they're not coming to play tomorrow. So if you come into play, but you're not coming to play, we want you to come really and get the SUV of your dream.
Please.
I know a lot of us have gone into the SUV realm now, and that's the whole point, because they're very fuel efficient.
Correct.
They're very comfortable. They can go further than the car would.
Correct.
And so if you want to have an SUV of your dreams tomorrow, Ansa Motors in Wildes is where you need to be.
Yes,
10
please.
o'clock is when they begin business with you. There are some special discounts on all of these SUVs that you will see. And so if it's affordable to you, come and see. And even if it's not, just come and see. Because at some point the affordability will land in your way. And all of the experiences that you get from an SUV, you will get to experience as well. You sit higher. You see further. And then you look down through the window and look at, hey, what are you doing down there? Change that car.
Change that car. Come on down to Ansa Motors.
Well said, well done. So Devonta, I want to thank you so very much for joining us today and exciting us about the SUV range that you have. You have the Proton, and the Seltos.
And the Kia Sonic, Kia Seltos, and the Protons. We also carry Ford, and we also have Mazda. So everything will be there on display. Just come on down, answer as much questions as you like. We will be there to answer each and every one of them.
Indeed. And that's the promise. That's the promise.
Please.
Thank you, Devonta. Good meeting you, man. All the best.
Here. All the best to you as well.
And so, folks, that is it for today. We really want to excite you to come on down to Ansa Motors tomorrow and enjoy what I'm enjoying at the moment. And when you see me on the road, just give me a toot. I'll say hi to you because you're driving one of Ansa's best. The Proton or the Seltos or any of the other brands that you see on the floor, indeed. But tomorrow from 10 o'clock, be at Ansa Motors. My little crew joins me in inviting you to Ansa, but we also invite you to have a wonderful weekend and be at the will of the Lord. We'll see you on Monday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.